welcome to another episode of It's Been Real. Woo. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Barry.
And let's just get into it.
First we need to do a little house cleaning.
Yes, we do.
I want to apologize. I had a cameo in the last episode, and I brought up a certain fact. I just want to apologize to the director of Alien Resurrection, Jean-Pierre Jouot. I refer to you as just a French guy.
Yeah, just some French guy.
I apologize. You do have a name, and I apologize. And you've done other great films such as Amelie. And yeah, no, he's just known for Aliens and Amelie. But again, you have a name. Like, hey man, I want to apologize for in advance. Like, so there it is.
Yay! Well, at least you can, admit that you're wrong sometimes.
Okay. How are you, Sarah?
I'm doing good. There is a little bit of movie news this time around.
Really?
Yeah. So Uncharted has apparently wrapped.
Really?
I didn't even know they were making an Uncharted film because Uncharted was in production hell for a good part of the last 5-6 years.
Decade, yeah.
It feels like, because they were having talks of Nathan Fillion playing Drake, the main character. Mm-hmm. At one point, me and my friends were kicking around the idea that they should have gotten the voice actor who voices Drake in the video games to play him, because he looks the spitting image of him, but now he's a little bit too old.
If this was 5 years ago, it would have been Marky Mark. Hey,
oh my god!
Hey, yo, whatever. I'm a treasure hunter.
But no, they just released a still of it, and it's Tom Holland, and I'm so pumped for this. He is so cute.
That's a term you want. It's like, oh, look at a cute little Vault Hunter.
Yeah,
he's adorable. I didn't realize we were doing Uncharted, Muppet Babies style.
Oh, shut up. But they did that. We found out that Oscar Isaac is in talks to possibly being Moon Knight in the Marvel Universe.
Sure,
I don't know who Moon Knight is.
Do you know Batman? What if Batman was schizo?
Oh god. Who would he even interact with? Or does he have his own comic book? Oh god.
It just does not fit the current Disney Plus children centric shows. I mean, granted, Mandalorian doesn't, but I just don't see Moon Knight interacting like this is on the Disney Channel. You're watching Disney with Moon Knight.
But yeah, the two bits of movie news that have recently happened. Was there anything else? Because I feel like I'm forgetting something. There's something else that just popped up.
Well, yeah, you're forgetting our preview segment. Segue!
Yay! So, for this episode, we decided that we were going to pick 2 trailers that have recently come out that are more geared towards children and family.
Yeah, because this is the family episode.
Family-esque episode.
Yeah, so we can't cuss.
Do you want to talk about the trailer that you came out with, or do you want me to go first?
Yeah, sure, I'll go first this time.
Okay.
It's no surprise. I was looking up some kids movie trailers, and the one I found was Raya and the Last Dragon.
Yes! Oh my gosh, I'm actually really excited for this one.
Oh yeah, no, it looks gorgeous. It feels like a little bit like Legend of Korra meets Tomb Raider, from the same people who animated Moana and Frozen, but mostly Moana. It looks fun. I feel like I know what the plot of the movie is. It's her finding the last dragon, so
and uniting all of the tribes.
Sure.
When we needed this dragon the most, it was gone.
It's not Airbender.
It's going to feel a lot like Airbender.
If that's the case, I'd rather it feel more like Airbender than Mulan recently. Because
Mulan, yeah.
I'm just saying this feels more
grounded, culturally grounded.
Yeah, appropriate, I guess would be the term. It just hopefully it won't bomb like Mulan. I mean, it just looks.
We would only hope, because this is the animation department, not the live action department.
# release the Mushu cut.
Yes. So I thought that, so you went more into the CG animation. I actually found a trailer for hand-drawn animation.
Okay.
I think that you would really like it. It is called Wolfwalkers.
Wolfwalkers?
Wolfwalkers.
Say that 5 times fast.
It's actually going to be exclusively released on Apple TV+.
Sure.
But it is from the animators of Song of the Sea and the Secret of the Kells.
I know one of those.
But apparently Sean Bean is in it, and he narrates the trailer of it.
Oh, good for him. Hopefully the narrator won't die in this one.
Oh, God.
But anyway, what's Wolfwalkers about?
From what it looks like with the first trailer is there's this girl that enters the forest. She looks like a hunter. And she finds this redheaded girl who is basically like one with the wolves, and she can actually turn into a wolf and like walk with the wolves.
Her mother is a bear. I mean, a wolf.
That's actually what some people were commenting in the trailer. They're like my best friend is the wolf. If you could change your fate. But no, it looks good.
No. Like the animation, it's
crisp.
It's just so pleasant to look. It's something different. It's nice to see like 2D animation still be out there. Like it looks like a cute kids movie. I'm sure it'll be fun. I
hope that this hits me in the feels just like Song of the Sea did. Because Song of the Sea was just so beautiful, and I like cried big ugly tears for that movie.
Well, I'm sure it's definitely going to be an Oscar contender for sure.
Oh God, I hope so.
If the Oscars are still a thing.
But yeah, so those are the trailers that we found for what you can watch with your family. I mean, we at least hope you can watch it with your family.
Sure.
So I gave you an assignment. I had you watch Enola Holmes for our real review.
Yeah, real review. Enola Holmes.
Yeah. I watched it like 4 or 5 times already, so...
I've watched it once.
So, I thought it would be a lot of fun to talk about this since it's been out on Netflix for a little bit. Netflix has, because it's done so well, has decided that they're probably going to do a sequel to it.
Why not?
Basically, it stars Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things. It also stars Henry Cavill as Sherlock Holmes, Sam Claflin as Mycroft. There's just been a whole bunch of actors, like really prominent British actors in it too. I thought it was a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, no. I find it interesting. It was produced by the production company was Legendary. The same people that gave us Godzilla gave us,
I mean, that's why they got Millie Bobby Brown.
Well, I'm sure. Out of the 2 Legendary movies I've seen Millie Bobby Brown, this is the more superior one, which I know she actually has, something to work with in this one.
Yeah. I kind of made a joke about that's how they got Millie Bobby Brown, but she's actually a producer. She has a producing credit on this movie.
Well, that's good for her.
I actually found out that she's the youngest actress to have a producing credit, and it's mainly because she's a fan of the book series that this is based off of.
That's quaint.
But it's basically about a character named Enola Holmes who her mother like disappears in the middle of the night one night. She basically takes it upon herself to find her mother in London. All while avoiding her brothers Sherlock and Mycroft, who are trying to make her into a lady.
Yes, there's a lot of, unintentional hashtag girl boss moments in this movie.
Girl power, girl boss.
Sorry. She don't need no man. She is a strong, independent woman who can also be a detective.
I love it. It's a good message to send.
Again,
to girls.
I am not the demographic for this movie.
Clearly.
But again, I find this movie just fine. It's okay. It's
okay.
It's perfectly an acceptable film.
Yeah.
It's a good fan fiction.
I feel like if we were going to talk more deep dive into this movie, we should be able to give away some spoilers.
If you want to.
All right, so just spoiler warning to y'all if you have not seen...
Spoilers!
If you have not seen Enola Holmes yet, turn off the podcast now, watch it, come back.
Sure.
But basically, I really loved the way that they subverted some of our expectations in terms of how the plot goes.
Elaborate.
Okay, so they released a few red herrings during the plot. So, like, at first, you think it's the bowler hat man that's trying to kill the son for some reason. Like, they're like, okay, it's the bowler hat man. He's gonna kill this kid, like, on his own kind of thing. Like, maybe he's a rogue agent of some sort. And then they're like, no, it's the uncle who hired the bowler hat man because he wants to take over the lordship and stuff. And then you come out and find out at the end, nope, it's grandma.
I mean, that's pretty... honestly, that's pretty standard when it comes to any, like, murder mystery, like Sherlock Holmes.
For me, like, I thought it was just, like, a rogue agent. Maybe he was working for one of the lords or something like that because, like, the kid was, like, 16. And then, like, they're like, no, it could have been your uncle. And I'm like, oh, okay, it could definitely have been the uncle. And then, like, grandma. I did not expect grandma to be, like, the one that's like, I'm going to shoot my grandson.
I mean, I saw...
It is done.
I kind of saw it happen. Like, because grandma was just, like, zero fucks to give, whatever. And the fact she's like, I want to make England great again. # before Brexit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, that was the whole thing. Was again,
the last thing that London needs is more uneducated voters.
Oh yeah, again, the social commentary in this movie is
so hand over fist.
Get it?
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah, I mean,
this happened back then too, guys.
Oh my god. But like,
nothing's changed in 100 years.
Yeah.
Sadness.
But no, like, I really liked it.
Again, again, this movie, at the end of the day, this movie rests on the shoulders of one actress and one actress, that was Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah,
and
she played so well with everyone.
Like, it's nice to see, like, her acting chops. Like, she's, we all saw her in Stranger Things. She always, played stoic or something like that.
Yeah.
And then, like,
fish out of water, like, doesn't know anything, like, Starfire type kind of character.
And then you got, like, Godzilla, King of Monsters, where her character was nothing. Yeah, like, you have so much star power around her, whatever. The fact that, like, but this is her movie, and the movie's, like, how this movie performs is based on her own performance. Like, sink or swim. If she flopped, it would have been bad. Like, I wasn't a fan of the breaking the fourth wall, but maybe that's just how the book is. I don't know. I didn't read clearly.
That's not my demographic.
Again, she did a decent enough job that, like, yeah, I could see this maybe being a series. This felt like this was part of the Guy Ritchie, like, Sherlock Holmes universe.
Oh God!
Like it's this, like, diet version of that,
and less slow-mo.
Very much less slow-mo. It is what it is.
I'm actually a really big fan of Sherlock. As we said in previous episodes, I'm gravitated towards Victorian era, that kind of aesthetic.
Yup.
And Sherlock Holmes is smack dab in the middle of that, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was really interesting that this technically cannot exist in the original canon of Sherlock Holmes because of one little teeny tiny mention near the end of the movie.
Okay.
The Uncle Tewkesbury,
mm-hmm.
he served in the Afghan War.
Mm-hmm.
And he came back from the Afghan War.
Mm-hmm.
Me being a big fan, I noticed right away that, oh, well, Watson served in the Afghan War. That's how he hurt his leg. Technically, when they said that Sherlock works alone, he doesn't have, like, anyone to help him and stuff, I'm like, bullshit! Watson would have been here already. And so I'm like, well, I guess this is just a whole other headcanon, like, a different universe.
It's almost like it's a fan fiction or something.
Oh, shut up.
Again, it's perfectly
me adjusting my glasses, being like, well, actually.
Yeah, like, but again, who cares, because this isn't a Sherlock movie, it's Enola's movie. This isn't Sherlock Holmes, this is Enola Holmes.
Yeah.
Who cares about Watson? He's not in this movie, so moving on.
Yeah.
She got her own Watson in this one, and he was... Yeah.
You're like, ugh, why is Dylan Sprouse doing in here? And I'm like, that's not Dylan Sprouse. And he's like, he sure as fuck looks like it.
It's just, like, yeah, Enola Holmes is, like, the whole thing is, like, women power, feminism, like, I don't need no man, and awesome, cute boy.
Let me get on this pretty dress and fan myself and be all cute and adorable.
Again, I thought this guy was gonna be just super obnoxious, but he turned to be just... fine.
Yeah, after they cut off the mop of his hair, then he was like, okay.
Sure, like, but again, like, he sort of serves a point to the plot, but, like, as she said, he was very pointless, and...
He was a useless boy.
Again, he was a plot device.
Yeah, he was. And it's great that finally a boy can be a plot device, and not, like, the female characters being a plot device.
Whoa! Expectations subverted.
If you had to give a score to Enola Holmes, I personally, on a scale of 1 to 5, would give it probably like 3.8 out of 5.
Wow, we're getting to the point systems, right?
Yeah, well, like, I didn't want to give it a 4,
mm-hmm.
but, like, I don't want to give it a 3, because it's not just a meh movie, but it also isn't one of those movies where it doesn't deserve a 4 just yet.
It's not 4 worthy.
It's not 4 worthy for me.
Well, I'm going to keep mine simple and give it a 7 out of 10. Like, it's perfectly serviceable. Like, production value of this is it's up there at the top tier of Netflix movies. Acting's great.
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the, like I said, girl power stuff feels a little ham-fisted, but again, it is a kids movie.
It is definitely made for children.
It is like this is something you can show your little kids, like your daughters, and like no, it's worth a watch.
Yeah.
Like everything about it, like everything in the production is great. Some of the story elements fall a little flat, but other than that, yeah, 7 out of 10.
Yay! So now we come to the last segment of this podcast that I really love. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
I decided to go to the Far East. That was your clue. We ended up watching Porco Rosso and The Cat Returns, both movies from Studio Ghibli.
Woo!
Two of the more lesser known Studio Ghibli films.
Yeah, just going into it, like, I didn't grow up with Studio Ghibli, like, so I have no, like, childhood nostalgia or memories of this, like, the series. Like, it's not that, like, I had nothing, I was anti-Ghibli or whatever, like, it just, like, that wasn't...
It was just never in your sphere.
So, like, I'm slowly being introduced to these as an adult.
Yeah.
Watching, I'm trying to review these, like, from, like, an adult's perspective, even though these are meant for children. But, like...
No, because the cool thing about Studio Ghibli, especially with Hayao Miyazaki films, is that, like, it's presented in, like, a children's movie with, like, a bow on top. It is an adult film with a children's, like, layer on top. Especially with Porco Rosso.
Oh, yeah, no, like, looking at these films, Porco Rosso was definitely an adult film. Like, I was going, like, I thought this was meant for kids. I'm like, we're dealing with a lot of, like, post-World War, like, PTSD and survivor's guilt and, like, a lot of, like, heavy subjects. I'm going, like, boy, this is meant for children.
Yeah, so the plot of Porco Rosso is you have Porco Rosso. He is a man that is cursed to look like a pig. After World War I, he, like, lost his whole squadron, basically, to the war, and he decided he was going to become a sky pirate.
Sure.
And he meets this girl who, like, helps him fix up his plane, and shenanigans ensue with an American pilot, played by Carrie Elway? Carrie Elway. Yeah, and Porco Rosso is voiced by Michael Keaton.
Yeah, it's Batman.
I love his voice in this. It was so good.
Yeah. I mean, again, like,
he fit it perfectly.
Clearly, we're gonna keep it. It's a keep. But yeah, no, like, this film is perfectly fine. I found some elements that will be a little problematic, mainly with, the girl character, Theo.
You mean Carrie Elway and, like, literally every other male character except for Porco Rosso wanting to marry her, even though she's, like, 16.
Yes, marry her. Yeah.
Aside from that, it was really cute.
Sure.
And it has an open-ended ending, which is very reminiscent of Hayao Miyazaki films.
Right. No, like I said, I'm just saying, like, of the tiers of movies that we watched, this one, like, I would put The Cat Returns above Porco Rosso. Like, Porco Rosso, like, when it comes to Studio Ghibli, it's somewhere in the middle for me right now.
Yeah, it's middle ground.
Granted, I haven't seen all of Studio Ghibli, but right now, I think I enjoyed Cat Returns a little bit more, so what's and segues are fun.
Segues are fun. So, The Cat Returns is another Studio Ghibli film. It's not directed by Hayao Miyazaki.
Nope.
It's a younger director this time around. It stars Anne Hathaway, Carrie Elway again, Peter Boyle, and a whole bunch of really amazing...
You're dropping the... Tim Curry.
Oh, Tim Curry, yeah! But it's basically about a character named Haru. She's just like a typical high schooler, probably sophomore into junior year, having boy problems.
Classic anime protagonist.
Yeah, and one day she sees a cat crossing the road, and it's going to get hit by a semi-truck, so she rescues it from getting hit and killed and becoming, like, applesauce on the street. Yep. And you find out that he's apparently the prince of Cat Kingdom, and shenanigans ensue.
Yeah, like I said, like, then this definitely felt more like a kid's movie.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Like, it just had a different kind of flavor of fun. Like, the high, it was very, like, the fantasy elements of this one, just, like, the worlds they created in this one, which just felt, I had a lot more fun watching, like, I was more invested in this story, just because, like, it just had a weird, quirky humor to it.
Yeah. It was really funny, because this movie is only 90 minutes long.
Right.
It's really short. So, like, all of the plot beats, when they hit, and then there's no, like, meandering around for the next.
Exactly. Like, you know, because again, especially with kids' movies, like, get to the point. Like, 90 minutes is not, it's not a bad thing. Like, you can tell a story in 90 minutes. And, like, I would prefer movies to be a lot shorter because, like, we don't have to deal with, like meander, like 20 minutes of just like, okay, let's get to the next plot point, whatever. Yeah. This one's like, we're going to it and we're going to Cat Kingdom, we're doing shenanigans there and moving on, like point A to point B, let's go.
So I really love anime, I love the Japanese culture and things like that. Mm-hmm. I was actually watching the commentary to this, mm-hmm. And they were talking about like translating it from Japanese to English and like the kind of roadblocks that get in the way sometimes of doing it.
Sure.
The English writers wanted to keep in a joke about Peter Boyle's character Muda. Mm-hmm. In Japan, you know, they always do wordplay in animation because some of their words sound exactly like other words. So Muda sounds like the word Buddha, mm-hmm. Buta, which means pig. Mm-hmm. So he's a really fat cat. He's a chunky boy.
He's a
chonker. And like that's like a huge point in like the story. It's like he ate so much that he was banished from the cat kingdom. In the Japanese, they kept calling him Buddha, and he goes, "I'm not fat." Da, 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 da. And so they wanted to keep that, and so instead they had Anne Hathaway being like, "Muta." I thought it was endearing. Mm-hmm. I thought it was really cute.
But anyway, so Cat Returns, clearly we're keeping it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I preferred this one over Porco Rosso, but like, again, both films, perfectly fine. I enjoyed them both.
Yeah.
And I think...
And Cary Elway can do no wrong in voice acting. His voice is like silky velvet to my ears.
As you wish. But yeah, I think that wraps up this week's episode. Next time with What's in the Box, I think it's my turn to pick.
Yes.
And I think the hint I'm giving you is that it's going to be a blast from the past.
It could be literally anything.
Yeah, well, I guess you'll have to tune in and find out. Alright, but that wraps up this week's episode. Tune in next week. It will be another episode with our buddy Coder.
Yes, it will.
And then you guys are going to be talking about, I believe, the film Aliens.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Alright, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Feel free to like and subscribe and write some comments below what you feel like, what we talked about. What do you think about the films we talked about?
And then where can they find us?
Nice way to plug there, Sarah. You can find us on Twitter. I'm at FilmBuff89.
And I'm still at Scriptworthy. I have been getting better at the tweeting.
Hooray!
I'm like a 40-year-old person trying to figure out how the internet works.
As always,
it's been real, guys.
All right, take care, guys.
All right, bye.
Bye.